Just tying up loose ends. This is the tilt servo, and this is the power, ground, and signal for the camera. Got them in a little sheathing here. Getting ready to put them back where their camera's connected all the way in the back to the flight controller back there in that area. And the other one connects to a little connector right here for its purposes. So I put a little tie wrap on each end of that braided sheathing, and then it's going to go back in the hole and connect back up. Oops, I was incorrect. One of them connected here and the other one connected right down here and here, not back to the flight controller. So that gives lots of slack in those two cables. And from what I could see playing with it a while ago, it seems to just snake itself in and out of that hole. Oops. Snake itself in and out of that hole by itself when it turns. So I'm going to see what I can do there and try to just let it float. I don't want to fix it anywhere, but we'll see what happens. Yep, that's the way I'm going to leave it. This is the hand servo stretcher. What do they call it? Travel tuner, I think they call it. I'm going to hot glue it right there, and then these two wires, which is just the extension of these two, is just going to float free in there. I tuned the servo stretcher little box right here again one final time. What do they call it? Travel tuner. servocity.com. So I've got it going 360 again. I have everything done. I am headed for center of gravity, and that's it. Glue up this along the side here. Oops, glue up this along the side here and put me a little piece of God in the bottom for the battery placement as I do the CG. That's all. Of course, this is on both of the mini Talons. Okay, I got the travel tuner glued down right there, and these wires glued up to the side right here out of the way. Got some excess hot glue there. This comes off, and these float. This again, that's actually the tilt and the camera. So CG and God battery pad, that's it. So exactly 50 millimeters back from the leading edge is what I'm looking for there. So maybe two little ink dots. Then I take little short bamboo skewers and put them in my little saw here so that they come up even. Select the length I like, and I cut them off to go in those foam wings using this razor saw and little bitty miter box. And there's two little bamboo shoots, whatever you want to call them, to push into that foam. And there they both are, just pushed into where I had marked. Two little pieces of
bamboo wood.
And there's a couple of dots of hot glue on top of those pieces of wood, just to so I can find them easily. And that's what I do for CG. Well, that's the CG for that particular battery. It's basically pushed as far up in the fuselage as I could get it. Not much else can be said about it. Or those light lithium-ion batteries. I may have to put some ballast weight in with them. But that's where it's going to have to be. Now all I have to do is put my Oh My God strip in there, and this one is ready to throw. Well, there's the Oh My God battery pad in there after a fashion. Bless his little heart, he's challenged. I will have to cut me another foam block to fill the cavity and make the battery more stable. Because you know me, I'll go into manual mode and be doing something bad. So I'm doing the braiding on the second mini Talons camera. And you see what I'm doing there is I'm pulling up the servo cable and just a little bit tighter than the other one. Now I'm going to put a tie wrap around this. Then I'll connect the battery grounding signal for the camera, and it won't be under a strain as much. Hopefully, that's my hope. There's the tie wrap on it, and there's the tie wrap cut and the connection made. That'll give me a place to kind of disconnect the camera when I'm working on it on the bench and such. And there's that cable back in, connected back to the places where it's supposed to be. Like I say, it floats, it doesn't get glued up anywhere. Got the battery, Oh My God battery pad in there. CG checked. Bang, that's it. You are 100% done. Did software today. 100% done. 752. Ready to be thrown. When you have enough confidence to throw several $100s like this, I guess you should call it complete. And 751 comes back to the bench and gets its CG checked, and it's way forward also. Such be life. That's the way it has to be. Oh My God strip installed. Oops. Maybe over to one side. May have to install that again. But that won't take but a second. And with that, 751 is now 100% ready to throw. So that's two last mini Talons. I don't know what else I would do to them. Whoops. Yeah, I might put a hole in this wing and stick this crossfire antenna up through it. That won't take but a second. I'm still going to call them 100% done. Thank you, everybody.